Ever notice how your cat used to curl up on your chest every night, but lately they've decided the laundry basket or the far end of the couch is their new favorite spot? It can feel a little personal, right? Like, hey, what did I do? But before you start questioning your relationship, let's dig into why cats suddenly decide to sleep away from you. Because it's usually not rejection, it's just cat logic. Cats are mysterious little creatures with habits that often have a reason hiding underneath. When a cat changes where they sleep, it's often their way of responding to something subtle, something we might not notice right away. Maybe it's a temperature thing, a comfort issue, or even part of their natural instinct to keep their sleeping spots rotated for safety. Yep, even your pampered indoor cat still has a bit of wild instinct in them. Let's start with the simplest explanation: temperature. Cats are little heat-seeking missiles when it's cold and walking air conditioners when it's warm. If your bed or your lap is too hot, they'll move somewhere cooler, like the floor or a tiled corner. In summer, I've seen cats ditch their owners for the bathroom tiles without a second thought. And when winter rolls around, suddenly they're back, pretending they never left. Sometimes it's just about comfort. Think of your bed from your cat's point of view. It moves when you do, smells like human detergent, and maybe even feels too soft. Cats like stability and control over their sleeping surface. If they've found a new blanket, a pile of clothes, or a cardboard box that fits just right, that spot can easily beat your bed. Then there's territory. Cats are naturally territorial animals, and sleeping spots are part of how they manage that space. When they move to another room or start sleeping on a different chair, they might be remarking that area as theirs. It doesn't mean they've stopped loving you. It means they're expanding their kingdom. I always laugh when my cat starts sleeping on my office chair, like he's reminding me whose house this really is. Another big reason: routine changes. Cats are creatures of habit, and even the smallest shift, like moving furniture, changing laundry detergents, or switching the brand of air freshener, can make them rethink their favorite sleeping spot. If you've recently started a new job and come home later, or if your cat's feeding or playtime schedule has changed, they might adjust their rest spots accordingly. They're basically saying, if the world's different, my nap spot's different too. Now here's a reason that surprises a lot of cat owners. Cats sometimes sleep away from you because they actually feel secure. When your cat first bonded with you, they probably wanted to be close because it made them feel safe. But once they trust you completely, they don't need to sleep on top of you anymore. It's like when a kid finally stops needing a nightlight. They've just grown more confident. So if your cat's snoozing in another room, it could actually be a compliment. That said, sometimes sleeping away can be a sign something's off physically. Cats tend to hide when they're unwell. It's part of their survival instinct. If you notice they're not just sleeping elsewhere but also less playful, eating less, or hiding more often, it's a good idea to check in with your vet. Sometimes, small behavior changes are your first clue something's up with their health. Another subtle reason is scent. Cats rely heavily on scent to feel comfortable. If you've washed the sheets, changed your perfume, or even switched body lotion, the smell of home to them might suddenly feel different. It doesn't mean they dislike the new scent, it just takes them time to adjust. A lot of cat owners notice their cats come back after a few days, once everything smells familiar again. Let's also talk about hierarchy, because cats definitely have one, even if it's unspoken. If there are multiple pets in the house, a change in sleeping habits can reflect a shift in social balance. Maybe your other cat claimed the bed, or your dog started sleeping closer to you. Cats tend to avoid conflict, so rather than fight over a spot, they'll just find another. It's their quiet way of keeping peace. And then there's the pure cat logic reason. They just felt like it. Cats love variety. Sometimes they move simply because they can. They might sleep with you one night, on the bookshelf the next, and in a cardboard box after that. It's their way of keeping their environment interesting. So while we humans crave consistency, cats crave novelty, especially in their sleeping arrangements. If you want to gently encourage your cat to come back, try making your space more appealing to them. Keep a cozy blanket or one of their favorite soft toys near your pillow. Cats love familiar scents, so adding something that smells like them, or like you, can make the spot more inviting. And don't forget warmth. A small heated pad or a soft throw can be irresistible. Also, keep your nighttime behavior in mind. If you move a lot, talk in your sleep, or roll over frequently, your cat might have decided you're too unpredictable to share the bed with. It's nothing personal. They just prefer a calm, steady surface. I've had nights where my cat literally glared at me for shifting too much, then stomped off like, "That's it, I'm done with this nonsense." Another trick is to let them have a little independence. Set up multiple cozy spots around the house. Cats appreciate having choices. It gives them control. You'll notice they might rotate between a few favorite places, but they'll often come back to you when the mood strikes. When you let them choose, they usually end up choosing you more often. Sometimes sleeping away is part of your cat's daily rhythm. Cats have different sleep zones for day and night. They might nap near you in the evening when the house is quiet, but prefer a solitary spot during their deep sleep cycles. Pay attention to patterns. If they still hang around you during the day, it's probably nothing to worry about. It's also possible your cat's sleep habits are linked to age. Kittens and younger cats love warmth and closeness. As they mature, they often prefer cooler, quieter places to rest. Senior cats, on the other hand, might move away because of joint pain or discomfort, especially if your bed is high or soft. In those cases, offering a lower, firmer bed nearby can make a big difference. And don't underestimate light and sound. Cats are super sensitive to both. If your bedroom has strong artificial light, loud noises, or even a humming fan they don't like, they'll quietly relocate. Sometimes, all it takes is dimming the lights or turning off a gadget to make them return. So if your cat has suddenly started sleeping away from you, don't assume you've fallen out of favor. More often than not, it's about comfort, environment, or instinct, not emotion. Cats show affection in subtle ways. They might not sleep next to you, but if they still follow you around, blink slowly at you, or sit nearby when you're working, you're still their chosen human. The best thing you can do is stay observant but relaxed, offer comfort, respect their independence, and keep an eye on any major behavioral changes. Cats are experts at communicating through small actions. It's just up to us to notice what they're trying to say. So next time your cat decides the hallway rug is their new luxury suite, just smile and let them have their moment. Chances are, once they've had their fill of independence, they'll come back to reclaim their spot beside you like they never left. If your cat's ever pulled this disappearing act, tell me where they chose to sleep instead. I love hearing those quirky cat stories. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe for more tips and weird little insights into cat behavior. Your cat may not thank you, but they'll definitely benefit from it.